Hey everyone, this is Goku-san DBZ and welcome back for a brand new movie pickups or whatever you want to call it. Last time I did this on my secondary channel, the Goku Report, but this time I decided to do it on my main channel. It's mostly animated stuff. But with that said, this is some stuff I recently found dirt cheap. Now this one sadly is not in the greatest condition, but given I got it for $3, I'm not too surprised. Unfortunately, the Blu-ray is not in the greatest shape. The DVD copy is in good shape, but I'll probably have to end up trying to get another copy in better shape in the future. But the first pickup is Disney Pixar WallE, which is a great film with a lot of heart, in my opinion. And it has some really good, I think, definitely commentary on different stuff looking at society as a whole. It's quite fascinating and definitely in depth when you really look into the philosophy and everything. Still, I think it's a great pickup, especially if you're a big animated film fan. Next, luckily, is a series of like 5 movies I got off of one seller on eBay, all really good prices, surprisingly. Now, the first of these is, of course, the Disney film WreckIt Ralph, which is a great film with definitely some interesting, well known icons you have on the front there. Specifically, of course, it goes from Pac-Man, Sonic, as well as Qbert, Zangief, Bison, Eggman. Pretty cool if you ask me. And yeah, the original film is definitely good. I like the second film, Ralph Breaks the Internet, but I still think this one's by far way superior overall. I just like the story better and everything in the film, and I find it quite interesting. Next up is arguably my second favorite Pixar film of all time, which I've mentioned multiple times now, that I love this film. I'm happy I was able to get for a reasonable price on Blu-ray. It is nice to finally have a physical copy again of A Bug's Life. Haven't had for a long time, but I lucked out with all the films I got off the seller. And definitely it's nice to finally have this, and sometime in the future I may actually do a review here on my main channel for this, since I try to stick to more live action only stuff on my secondary channel. Still great story, I think. My favorite Pixar film of all time, I'm glad, was one of the ones I was able to pick up for a good price. Of course, the original classic Toy Story, which I will always love, and for me personally, is my favorite Toy Story film, as well as, in general, Pixar film. But to be fair, that's probably nostalgia talking. Though I still think has a lot of heart, and I like the theme song, You Got a Friend in Me, of course, done by Randy Newman. Next, also, I was able to get a hold of Toy Story 2. So that's great. It's been actually quite a while since I've actually watched Toy Story 2, so it will be nice to go down memory lane with it. And the last of those special pickups is Toy Story 3, which I've only actually seen once ever, and that was a few years ago. So it will be nice to watch the film again, so I can give overall my personal perspective. I still have yet to actually see Toy Story 4 personally. I do need to get around to checking out though. Next is a big deal for me personally. This. Why is it a big deal? Because this is the last, at least, that's been out. This is the last volume of the DVD, which means now I have completed my collection. I now have every episode of Bleach that has been released, at least physical. So it's nice to finally complete the Bleach collection. As it is an anime that I love to death, it was the first anime in quite a long time that I became hooked on and I had to keep watching the entire series. Up to 366 episodes. Second to last is an anime film I'm glad I managed to find a good price. I've actually never watched this. The Dark Side of Dimensions. I've been wanting to check it out for a while. I decided finally, since I found it, I managed to snipe someone on eBay for it and for a good price. I do look forward to finally checking this film out for the first time, and probably will give a review, since it's been a while since I've actually done an anime review anyways. Last but not least is a film I've mentioned many times. I did a while back review on this, and in honor of recently getting its first ever release on Blu-ray, I think it's time maybe in the future I re-review this film on my secondary channel, that is. Of course, that is Return to Oz, which in my opinion is criminally underrated and deserves a lot more love than it gets. Arguably, I actually like this film just a dash more than the original Wizard of Oz. Not by much. The fact is, Wizard of Oz and Return to Oz are both in like my top 10 favorite films of all time. So that should say something how much I actually love the world. And this is by far the darkest film in the Oz series. But I love it for that and for the craziness of characters like Jack Pumpkinhead, as well as many others. And it is kind of weird with the talking chicken, but oh, I love this film. I specifically love the main villain, of course, being the Gnome King. But with that said, that is it for movie pickups. Stay safe out there, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel, and have a good, safe rest of November. See you soon.